Everybody, 9th of February, another day now in my daily diaries of I'm coping with lost my wife due to Parkinson's. I had a restless night last night, extremely restless. I hardly slept. Of course, I was one of the times I was asleep was at bloody 4 o'clock when I got woken up. So I didn't get up till 9 o'clock. So I didn't go to the gym. And I was okay, apart from being tired. I was okay all day. I was carried on, forgot my doors glossed and got carried on doing my stuff and tidying stuff up. And I've not long since been finished. I've been tidying the conservatory and getting that organised, ready for getting the walls painted in there. So I'm going to scrape them down. But I was all right all day. Had music on, fine, until me them framed pictures that I'd ordered. They actually come from America. That limited edition set for the front room. And only one turned up. Now, it just put me on a downer. I know the other one will arrive, tomorrow or next day or so. So I don't know why they come separately, but I mean, I'd been chatting with Angie, just out loud while I were doing, telling her that they were due today because they'd had me text, and going over what they was, it's two separate things, and just really looking forward to getting them and putting them up in the front room. So that when only one come, I just put me on a bit of a downer, and you think, why would that happen? It's like this grief thing's so random. It's so random, and it just turns up at the weirdest of times. Like I said the other day, I try to expect it to turn up when I'm not expecting it. Well, today's certainly done that. Anyway, so I'm not quite as bad now. Well, got carried on with a few things, and I got emailed them, and they did chase it up and said the other one's due tomorrow. So anyway, I'll get them up tomorrow. Looking forward to that, and then maybe do a video round of what's been done up to now. Or wait till after Wednesday, actually, when the carpets are down. Yeah, I'll wait till after Wednesday. So, right, this Parkinson's and this council tax reduction thing, I'm getting some confusing messages regarding this. So I really do need to go back into my paperwork and check it all and see what else that, we ended up qualifying for. But I will make this a priority once I've finished these few jobs around the house. And I know that adults aren't counted for council tax if they have a mental impairment. Now, lots of people with Parkinson's will fit this. Maybe not if you've only recently been diagnosed. But I know Angie certainly did. So maybe talk to your GP for now if you think this is the case. Because I had one message last night, and she said that they was refused the council tax because they didn't have a sick room. Now that's a completely new one on me. I've never heard of that one before. It can't be true. That can't be true. And what's a sick room? We didn't have a sick room. So on a couple of other points until I dig the paperwork out and get stuck into it all again for you. A couple of other points. Are you getting it if you've got Parkinson's or you're caring for Parkinson's? Are you getting your attendance allowance? There's two levels of that. Make sure if you are, make sure you're on the right one. I think that the top one is about 400 odd quid a month. I know if you're over retirement age, you can't get carers allowance. How ridiculous is that? Just because you're now past retirement age, you can't be paid for being a carer. And things like respite. Have a check if you're eligible for respite. Now that doesn't mean, you can go and park them off for a fortnight somewhere while you go on holiday. Well, it does, but you don't have to use it like that. You know, I mean, I got the respite thing and used it as where a sitter comes sitting in with Angie for 3 or 4 hours on a Wednesday, I think. And I went doing my shopping and just had a bit of a chill. You know, so you can use it for things like that, or like what I was going to do, and I was starting to make the inquiries for before, before, you know what I mean, then I was going to sort of maybe use it for an overnight stay. You know, either it would have been easier to get Angie into a home. You know, but that's what respite's for. You know, it's to help the carers. And also, have you got one of these? Carers card. Just go online. It's like carerscarduk.co.uk, I think it is. And that cost me £5. I think it's gone up now. It's about £8. But you get discounts. You get discounts, you know, in places like Asda and Costa and places like that. But not just that. They have, again, like Parkinson's UK website. Very interesting if you get on there. And they have pages like for practical advice and practical support and financial advice, you know, which is where you could go to check on this council tax stuff, and even legal support when it's needed. So it's well worth the £5 or £8 or whatever it is. A carer's card. Well worth it. You know, so, and there's also a benefits calculator on there as well. So just go on there and use that, see what you're eligible for. I know there was something, now I can't remember what it was for, what I'd inquired and put in for. Again, I've got to get a paper, but I know I had to submit copies of Angie's bank account or a joint bank account, but not mine. Not mine. I can't remember what it was for. So I mean, luckily, you know, all our money and our savings was all in my accounts. So when I submitted Angie's, it was just a normal current account, sort of a few quid going in and a few quid going out. So we qualified for whatever it was. Now, it's all up here, it's all in my mind. There was that much going on at the time, but I need to check on it. So yeah, so even though some things might be means tested, they're only means tested for the person with the Parkinson's. You know, so right, that's not been too bad, is it, for considering I said I was on a bit of a downer. I've waffled on a bit there. But I do realise, I've come to realise today that, especially when that, you know, the grief thing today, I say it didn't hit me badly, but and it surprised me more than anything, just how obscure something like, you know, only one of my frames turning up could bring that grief feeling on. You know, so I've realised that today my fighting against that is I've got to be busy. I've got to keep my mind occupied and even physically occupied. I can see if I just start sitting around, I know I'm really busy now and I've got stuff to do and I've got stuff in the pipeline, but I know once all that's done, if I just start sitting around, it's really going to start rearing its head. I can't be doing with that. I don't want that happening. So this is where, you know, I'll either get involved with more of this and spend my time researching stuff, you know, so that I can put it out there, you know, or volunteering somewhere. But I do know that's my way of fighting this this grief thing off, you know, or stopping it getting hold of me, because I can see how it can get hold of people. I really can, and how they can end up lying in bed with it. You know, I mean, that's not me. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I won't go that far, but I can understand how some people it could get to them like that. So right, I'm gonna go and get my shower, my tea. I'm starving now, and like I said, I've been out there sorting that out and getting stuff in the garage, looking in the garage and all. That's a massive job I've got to get done, sorting all that out now. I've got a bloody spare fridge freezer and 2 spare washers in there. Anyway, that's for another day. That's another day. So right, I'm gonna get my shower and my tea. Then I'll tell Mr. Daniels all about my day. Right. So again, thanks for your comments and your support. Keep them coming. Press your like buttons. Follow me and forward these videos on. I'll do another one tomorrow. So as per usual, you take care now. Bye.